Okay, episode 6, I believe it's 6, losing count now, of Bonkers and Beyond, here with Calum Wilson. Calum Wilson is a unlicensed, and would you class yourself as amateur, unlicensed amateur
I'd
boxer?
say unlicensed amateur,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Unlicensed amateur boxer, fighting out of Blackburn with Darwin. Where do you train?
At the minute I'm training at multiple places because the gym I was at, realise now it's not the best place for me. But yeah, I've just been training here, there and everywhere, a couple of other gyms. There's one in town, it's like an open gym, so you can go there, do some weights, there's bags, there's a ring. So I've been training there at the minute. It's quite a good gym, and yeah.
What gym in town is that?
I think it's called Vault.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice in there.
sweet.
Yeah.
So where did your journey all start?
It's a bit like a rocky kind of story, this one. So I started doing kickboxing when I was 12, 13 year old, above from Predators actually. At
Ramsey's?
Yeah, Ramsey's, yeah. A few of my mates trained there, and I never thought anything of it. And I went in one day just to have a mess about, didn't take it seriously, nothing like that. And my friend goes, "Oh yeah, get in the ring, let's have a spar." And he absolutely punched my head in. And I thought, you know what, I didn't like that. So I started training. It was one of my aunties that had paid for a month's class. She was like, "Get yourself in, get training, see how you find it. If you enjoy it, you can stick to it." And 2 years later, I was 2-time English champion for kickboxing rookies, which were fun. And I had an operation coming up, so I had to stop.
What was the operation?
I had a skin graft done in my eardrum.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was 6 months off with the operation. So I never went back. I did go back a few times, but I just lost it. And then boxing. So boxing come into it. It's a bit of a deep story, but it's the truth. So 2 years ago, in October, my dad had passed away. And on the day that he passed away, we'd both been paid. And I went into town and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to start boxing. I hadn't spoken to him or anything. And I went in and I thought, yeah, I'm going to buy gloves, shoes, mouth guard. And I went and bought everything and started a gym. And the same day I had a phone call, and I just thought it was very, very bizarre that same day I'd started boxing. And I haven't stopped since. I love it. I love boxing. Beautiful sport.
What do you enjoy about it?
I don't know. I enjoy being punched in the face. I don't know if you get that, but yeah, I enjoy being punched in the face. I enjoy the training. You know, pushing yourself, seeing where you can take yourself, what limits you can reach.
Your human development, so to speak.
Yeah. And I like the big lights and the big crowds. You know, that's a thing for me.
Same here.
Yeah, I do love the attention. That's another thing, you know, because you get a lot of good energy off boxing, whereas it's better than being on the streets, you know, selling you know what and doing you know what. It's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good thing that comes out of boxing. Good energy.
I remember a bit ago you messaged me about doing MMA sessions possibly.
Yeah. So
what are your thoughts on doing MMA?
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to bring the kickboxing background into MMA also. If I was thinking like, well, if the striking's there, you know, it is a little bit different, but if the striking's almost there, and the kickboxing kind of helps with everything else, it'd just be the grappling to master, and who knows, you know. I did actually go to Manchester 2 days ago for a fight, and it was an MMA fight. Wait,
you fuck off! You done an MMA fight yesterday.
No,
so when you said you were doing a short notice fight, I was thinking it was a boxing one.
No, so a lad that I know was having a fight over there, and he texted me the day before saying, "Oh, are you busy tomorrow?"
What show?
I'm not too sure, you know.
Was it FCC?
No, I can't remember the show. It was just last minute thing. We just turned up and.
Was it at Ballers?
No, it was like a community club thing.
Right, because there was a few different shows yesterday, so I'm trying to like narrow it down which show it was.
I know it was on YouTube. I can't actually remember the name of the show. got really bad memory.
But anyways, go on.
But so we get on the train and he goes, yeah, it's an MMA fight, and I'm like, oh, all right then, no problem, do it anyway. We get there, and all of a sudden I'm not fighting. So it was a waste of a journey, but...
Were you getting paid for it?
No.
So it was just a random...
Just a random...
thing that popped up?
Yeah, just popped up and I just took it.
Who gave you that opportunity?
One of my mates.
Just literally one of your mates? Who's
Just
your
one
mate?
of my friends. Joel Hogg he's called, yeah.
Right.
And he was also fighting. He just took a fight 12 hours notice on the same show.
What, is he a journeyman or is he an actual...
Just a journeyman. He's done
Right.
2 charity boxing events.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't... I don't think he does boxing as a...
So you weren't going to get paid for this?
No, I wasn't getting paid. No, I just did.
So you were literally just going to go into an MMA fight with no MMA training?
Nope, just Rago style.
And not even get paid? Wow, that's fucking mad.
Yeah. But didn't end up fighting anyway.
Who was you supposed to fight?
I can't remember if he said it's a guy called Aaron or Adam. I'm not too sure.
Right. Well, was he a grappler or a striker? What?
I don't know what he was. I don't know nothing about him.
Was it pro or amateur?
I think it was just unlicensed.
No, so in MMA, everything's pretty much unlicensed in the UK. So it's basically either an amateur fight or
I'd say
pro
amateur.
fight.
I would
Okay.
say pro, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Were there elbows allowed?
No, I'm not from what I'm aware.
Yeah, so it was an amateur, or it could have even been a white collar one. Could have even been a white collar one.
And the weird thing was, it was in a ring as well. Which, yeah.
That is weird. What, MMA in a ring? Nowadays is weird.
Yeah.
That is a thing though. You do see MMA in rings, but in the UK though. Well, so what was it? Was it a show where they were doing boxing, kickboxing, and
I think it was
bits?
boxing, kickboxing, and MMA.
Yeah, just loads of different things.
Yeah.
MMA in a ring.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Like Pride FC.
Yeah, yeah, bonkers.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, didn't end up fighting, which quite annoyed me. But I was there for my mate. You know, he put a good fight up to say he had him in training. He took it 12 hours notice.
What happened?
Box. It was a draw, but I would.
Was this a boxing fight?
Yeah.
Alright, so I was just going to say,
Yeah.
like, not trained much. I was thinking MMA fight, yeah, you got subbed.
Yeah. But no, I think it were a good fight. It were only 3 rounds. He could have done a lot more, but he did his best.
And he didn't train, so that's one of them.
That's it, yeah. Smashed it.
Get in there, get the experience.
So I'm glad I went over just for him.
Would you do MMA though?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
something you've always thought of?
Yeah, I've always thought of it. Always. I've done a couple of sessions with Rob actually
Right.
when I was younger. I actually sparred with you one day. I don't know if you remember that.
Fucking must have been
No.
just like, oh, I
It
don't
was
remember
years
shit,
and years
mate.
and years ago.
Like, I got a lot of people
Yeah.
all around town, different places. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I used to train with you. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right. And I'm not being rude saying that. Like, it's just, I've trained with that many people. Like, obviously, being at
just
Rob's
can't
for so
remember,
long, I will not remember it.
No,
Like,
yeah. I was only young anyway. I think I must have been about this big.
yeah, and also it would look different and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was just hard to get.
Yeah. There was just like I think I just walked in the world and had sparring and everyone was going around everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I trained a few times there and I would love to do it. Yeah. I mean, if there's anyone that's got a fight going.
Yeah, I
anywhere,
could sort something for you. Who
get me
knows?
on. Yeah.
So, what fights have you done then?
So
Like boxing wise, obviously you've done your kickboxing
yeah, boxing.
record and just different
Record,
accomplishments.
It isn't too high at the minute, but it will be. I have had 6 boxing fights, 1 draw, 3 knockouts. Yeah, that's my record at the minute, and I'm looking to try and get this year. I want to try and get 20 plus fights in this year.
Yeah.
Whether it be up and down the country, whether it be local, or I'll take any show.
Just rack up experience, yeah.
Just rack it up, yeah. Just,
that's
just get on
good. That.
every single fight there is, every show there is. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about some of the shows that you got coming up. There's one in Blackburn
Yeah.
that you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I'll be there anyways.
Yeah, no, yeah. It'll be that's going to be a very fun show to get on. I'm very excited for that one. I've been watching my opponent on YouTube. He's got a lot of fights. I know he's a tough opponent, but that doesn't faze me one bit. I'm not really the type of guy to be bothered about what other experience my opponents have got and how many fights they've had, because it all comes down to once you're in there. Everything goes out the window, doesn't it? It's you and him. There's nobody else. So, yeah. I think he's a little bit older than me. But yeah, that show, I'm excited to get on it, and with it being local as well, you know, there's a lot of family, a lot of friends there, so that's the best bit.
Yeah,
you know, I've got
selling them tickets out and that. Yeah,
that's another thing that gets me as well when people say, a big thing is your friendship group.
Oh yeah, in the fight game, bro, you find out straight away who your real
many
friends are, bro. You find out
friends,
straight away. All your boys that you're out with every weekend, yeah, they ain't coming. They ain't coming.
They turn into so-called best friends, turn into, oh, I don't know who you are.
I don't know.
That's what it feels like. So yeah, your friendship group does go from 100 to 10 quite quick. I mean, I do have one friend that's stuck by me the whole way.
Yeah.
He's going to be cornering me in these shows I've got up and coming, and he's just what a guy. You know, he's there every step of the way. He's if there's no gyms open, he's like, come to my back garden.
So saying that, so like you were saying, you're not really at a particular gym at the minute.
No.
You're basically just getting about. That means you haven't really got a head coach.
No.
So you're your own coach at the minute.
I am my own coach at the minute, yeah. But to find it is quite difficult.
How old are you?
I'm 20. I've just turned.
That's young to be your own coach.
Yeah, people keep saying to me how old are you, and I keep saying 19, but because I've just turned 20, I need to get in. I've just got that, so I'm proud of that. Yeah, 20 years old. Yeah. It is quite young to be my own coach, and I'm not at the point. I don't think I'm physically at the point to be my own coach either.
What I'd advise you to do, like obviously we can have this on camera or off camera, this conversation, is, you know, you go into different places, figure yourself out, but you do have to find someone.
Yeah.
Because
course,
a fighter without a mentor, it's not a good thing.
No.
Like even a lot of fighters that I've seen all over the years, Brendan Loughnan's a good example, who's a very talented fighter. He won the $1 million tournament on PFL. He's never really been at a fixed gym, if that makes sense. He goes about because he's travelling all over the world, but he's always had a mentor.
Right.
Yeah, he's always had like, I believe it's Tony Musa who coaches Brendan Loughnane. He's always gone back to him, and he obviously has certain people he goes back to.
Yeah.
But he is basically doing his own thing. He's going about different places. He's not sticking to one gym. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But still has a mentor. You've got to have a mentor in this game. Fighters are very, how do I put it? Because we've got very big egos. Yeah. We'll see things from a different perspective. So, let's say, for example, I'm confident in certain skills I have. Yeah. I feel like I'm good at this, I'm good at that, but then my coach will see it from a different perspective. It's like, well, no, Chris, you need to work on this. Yeah. But in my head, I can't see these. You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, of course.
You need someone to have oversee you and basically mentor you. You need that. You do need that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I did have a good mentor. I think he was a very good coach as well. So there is, in the gym, there is one lad. There is two lads actually, but there is one lad named Liam Rigby. He's sick. Guys, if is there any stuff on him on YouTube?
I'm not too sure. I know he did a show in Liverpool not long ago.
See, this is the problem with the unlicensed stuff. At the lower level, it's not advertised as much, but this kid's really good. Yeah, I watched a fight of his on them Darwin live shows, and fuck me, he's brilliant. He can scrap. He can scrap, that kid. And he hits so hard, like probably sparring. But technical, like that's the thing. Technical. That's the thing. Like a lot of lads at the lower level can be very scrappy. Like really hard. They'll take a shot. They'll give a shot. But this kid, he has some good fight IQ. Yeah. He see things, and I can tell he's problem solving mid fight. Whereas a lot of kids would they fail, they'd fucking swing, and he's got strategy. Like really good kid. Honestly, if any of yous get a chance, like look him up and see if you can find any footage of him. He's a good fighter. Yeah, he's a brilliant fighter. He's someone that I really enjoy sparring with, because he puts it on me and makes me think about my next move. But here's the issue: he's too big. Yeah, he's too big. You can't be sparring with people that big. He's about the same size as me, isn't he? Yeah. He is probably the only person in the gym that gives me something that's like, oh, yeah, well, I need to do this and I need to do that. The coach's son as well, Ali. He's also a brilliant boxer. He's around my weight. He's amateur.
But I'd say there's only them two really in that gym at the minute that are worth sparring with, and I need to explore.
Yeah, you need more
I
bodies.
need
Yeah,
more people that are,
Yeah.
you know, even people that are higher up than me, people that have got more experience than me. That's the
and there's no hard feelings with
No,
it, is
no,
there?
no,
Like,
no,
and I totally agree with it all what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what you learn, don't you?
Yeah.
So.
It's just it's a progression. It's just a natural progression for fighters. Like, you start somewhere, you work on stuff, and eventually, you know, you need to step up.
Yeah.
And unless the coach and the gym, you know, build to that point where it can get them bodies and it can get them facilities, it's just it's sad. It is a sad thing, and you know, you lose out in friendships and different things. You fall out with people, but it's a natural thing. It happens.
Yeah.
So you're all over the place at the minute.
Yeah.
So you had your coach before, Izzy. Moved on now. You got your own thing going.
Yeah.
You're your own coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the minute, yeah.
At the minute. What's your plans with this?
So my plan is to get a couple of shows going, jump on a couple of shows. I am training quite hard at the minute. I think I'm doing alright teaching myself.
Yeah.
Obviously, I have been going to a few different gyms and sparring with a few different lads, and a few of the coaches there have been like, "Oh, why don't you join our club?"
Yeah, you're gonna get that a lot.
Yeah, and I haven't actually picked out the right one.
Yeah, you're even gonna get me, like, saying, "Join MMA, come to me."
That's it, yeah. So maybe, who knows? But yeah, I just haven't found the right place yet that I think's suitable for me and that'll take me where I want to be.
Yeah, it'll be hard round here as well. You were bringing you brought up Sean Liverland off camera.
Yeah.
Sean Liverland's gym technique.
Yeah, that technique gym. I have been thinking about going there for quite a while. A couple, maybe even a year. Over a year now. I've been thinking about going there. Because I'd like to do things properly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am still young, but I am 20 years old now.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Clock's ticking.
Clock is ticking, and I don't think I'm gonna get where I want to be properly in that short period of time.
ABAs, you'll get fights, you'll get the right sort of fights.
Yeah.
You're just not going to get money for ticket sales or anything like that.
So,
But it's the experience that matters.
yeah, it is the experience more than, you know.
Also, very well structured training at their gym.
Yeah, it is.
Very well structured.
And that's, I think, what I need at the minute is very well structured training, because me going to all these different gyms and training with all these different people, it's not.
There's no certainty.
No, it's
like
not.
You might turn up and the guy that you had the week previous is injured or something, not him. Or you might go and you need to work on something, but they're not gonna obviously help you with that because you're not one of theirs. Yeah, I get it.
And it's also like sometimes I can turn up when I'm on my own, and it's like, oh well, it's me in the bag. You know, there's no who's there to do pads, who's there to, you know, and that's another bad problem with it. But at the same time, it's just finding the right place at the minute and getting the right coach and the right people around me.
Yeah, I highly recommend Sean.
No offence to Izzy. Izzy was a massive help to me. You know, he got me. He was a really good help. He helped me with quite a few things mentally and a lot of things back at home. You know, he was always a message away, but
he was a good father figure.
Yeah, good father figure. Yeah, that's what I'd say. You know, no offence to him or his gym or anything like that, but. Yeah,
and also, it got you started at the end of the day, so you got to give him the credit that he deserves.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good guy, and if you know you've got young kids or things like that, get them down to his gym, because I think that's the best thing for his gym is, you know, the little ones love it, and he's got there is loads of young lads there that do train under. I think it's under 13s, is it? I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's it really. Just find the right place for me.
So you've got 2 fights lined up, haven't you?
Yeah.
And they're you got one on Aaron's show. What was it? King of the Ring. It's called.
King of the Ring.
So you got one on King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And then literally the week after.
Yeah.
You're fighting in is it Bolton?
Bolton.
Yeah. At the Reebok.
Yeah.
Or Macron or whatever the fuck it's called now. It's had like fucking 7 different names over the last 10 years.
Yeah. So Aaron's show, I'm really excited to get on. I think I'm more excited for Aaron's show, no offence, than the other show because it's home.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's
of
a
course,
home
of
show.
course.
It's my crowd, my people.
Yeah, it's
my
gonna be good
friends.
vibes. It's gonna be good vibes.
Brilliant
Yeah.
vibes. Stay tuned for the walkout. That's
What
something.
about the press
I've got planned.
conference?
The press conference. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know if.
Is your guy turning up for that?
Well, I hope so. I hope he turns up. You know, I want to feel him out because I feel like you can tell with most people with a body language. I don't know. It might not be the same for everyone else, but with me, a person's body language gives a lot away. But yeah, hopefully he shows up to that because I know I'm going to be there. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And then the show the week after, I've got that's a big show with some quite high. You know, you've got that very experienced Luke Dyson's fighting that JB.
Oh, that fight, yeah, that fight's happening there.
Yeah,
that's a good fight. That.
So I'll be on the undercard of that. And I know the lad that I've got up and coming on that show. He is trained, I think, by Luke Dyson himself.
Oh, the guy you're fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the guy used to do music. He used to be a rapper. And that's where he got his fame, you know, his followers and.
So what's that gonna do for him in the ring though?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But you know, it's for me. It's more like I like the how would you put it? I like someone that's got a bit of a name for themselves.
Yeah, obviously we all do.
Yeah, that's it. So he has got a bit of a name and he's got a lot of experience. I know he fights every weekend. He does the bare knuckle. He does the.
Oh, he's an hard cunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, until he gets in there and
yeah. I couldn't do bare knuckle, mate.
No.
Fucking bare knuckles, mental.
To
be fair, I got offered. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast before. Years ago, when I was an amateur MMA fighter, I got offered off a promoter to do a bare knuckle boxing fight.
Yeah.
I actually got an offer for it. I've had a few over the years. But when I was an amateur, I got this offer, and it was going to be. Believe this sounds so mental. It was going to be in a fucking field, and there's hay bales.
Oh yeah,
like proper.
Like proper.
Yeah. And
I've seen it.
Yeah.
TikTok.
And at the time, because I was an amateur fighter, like obviously I'm just a kid, like I don't know like what pay's like for them kind of things.
Yeah.
And they were saying to me, right, you get 200 to show, 200 to win. And in my head, because I'm an amateur fighter and I only make money off ticket sales, I'm thinking, sound, I'll do that on top of ticket sales. Yeah, I'll do that. Fucking bring it up to Rob Friedman and he's like, Chris, don't fucking do that. Like, for 400 quid.
Yeah.
Fuck no, because you'll wreck your face, you'll wreck your hands, and then your MMA career, or if you're doing a boxing career, is going to go to shit, all for 400 quid. And at the time, for me, like 400 quid for a fight, yeah, big deal. But now looking at it from a professional point of view, it's not fucking worth it. No, 400 quid, and you could mash your face up doing a fight like that. Plus, they're probably going to stitch me up. Yep. You never know. They were like, I'm just a grappler at the time, not really got a lot of striking experience.
They just wanted someone to put in there for someone else. Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit.
No.
Something I would do though is bare knuckle MMA. That's something I'd do.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
I've seen that.
Jorge Masvidal does a promotion in Florida where they do that. It's fucking
I've seen it, yeah. I mean, have you seen talking about bust up faces and stuff? There's a local fighter from Blackburn that does bare knuckle, David Oscar. He is an animal, an absolute animal.
Is this the lad that Jack Face wide with the other?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story. David Oscar.
He's an hard man.
He's tough as nails.
Very good.
Yeah, not to say too much, but I have a very good friend of mine through one of my dad's pals, and he's quite good mates with David Oscar, and we was in the garage one day and he slapped some guy and knocked him out cold. And since then I was like, oh, I like this guy. You know, I was like, who's this guy? And I seen him, next thing you know, he's on TV, and like I said, bust up faces, he split his lip.
Yeah,
see that?
Still fighting
for it. Still going, he's mental, man. I'd never do that. No.
Yeah, there's some sports that I just look at and it's like MMA I think's like the most brutal, but then it's not anymore. It used to be. It used to be like MMA is like the shit, but then you got shit like the bare knuckle boxing, You can even do, like I said, bare knuckle MMA. But there's also, have you ever heard of left way?
I haven't, no.
You've not ever heard of left way?
No.
Oh my god, left way. It's bare knuckle. Basically, it's like Muay Thai, but you're allowed headbutts.
Oh, imagine on the floor.
Oh, there's some crazy rules. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not an expert in like left way stuff. Like I've only gazed into it a little bit, but it's fucking madness. I'm not even sure if they're allowed groin strikes. I think they might be allowed groin strikes as well. It's fucking brutal, mate.
No.
I'm not sure about the groin strikes, but Gaz Corran had a left way match years ago. Yeah, he's an hard cunt. Gaz Corran. He's an hard. You know Gaz.
I don't know him, no.
You know of him.
I know of him, yeah, and I have watched it. I just
Hard
watched his trailer.
Hard bastard, and he's not young either. You know what I mean? He's God, how old's Gaz now? I swear he's in his 40s. He's in his 40s. Yeah, and he's smashing it on the bare knuckle scene. He obviously did that left way fight. He's also done pro MMA at a pretty good level as well. Yeah, big shout out Gaz Corran. We'll get you on the pod at some point, mate. He's an ultimate all-time hard bastard out of this town.
He is. I've watched some of his fights, and I think he's tough as nails.
He's meant, and he's very technical as well. Got a very good technical style.
Yeah. And he can kick that guy, you know.
Well, that's what I mean. He's done fucking all sorts. I swear he's done Muay Thai as well. He's done, like, you name it. I think he's done it.
Yeah.
Hard bastard. And he's still fighting. And he's still fighting.
He's still going now. Isn't he?
Still going.
He just had a bare knuckle fight, and
he knocked that guy out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh my god.
But yeah.
Would you give that a go?
Bare knuckle.
Depends on the money.
Yeah, for the right price, yeah.
We always have a price.
Yeah, because I don't want to ruin my face for pennies, no way.
Have you ever thought of a nickname?
I've got a nickname.
Have you got a nickname?
I haven't used it yet.
Okay, what's your fucking nickname? Go on, tell us on Bonkers and Beyond what this nickname is.
The nickname come from, actually, Bobby, who owns Moorgate, believe it or not. So, he calls me the Babyface Assassin. That is my nickname.
That's a good nickname. Yeah. It is a pretty common nickname though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's a lad that I know who's got that nickname. MMA fighter, Will Doyle. If he still uses that nickname anyway. But yeah, big shout out to Will Doyle, the Babyface Assassin.
That is, that's the nickname, because I do look like I've got babyface. I look 12-year-old.
When you told me you were 20, I was thinking, no.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
How old do I look?
22, 23.
Darling, go on then. He's being nice. He's definitely being nice. Some cunt fucking said I look 35.
Oh, God.
I mean, I guess the ears and, the worn out face, I mean, I guess.
So. Real naked choked him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have to go for that Andrew Tate. What do you think of that guy?
Andrew Tate. You know what? I've got mixed opinions on Andrew Tate. A lot of people say he's not a good figure for male young lads, but I think it depends on how you take it. So I watch that guy and I know it's satire.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is a character that he's created.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will watch it and they'll think that's actually him.
No,
it's not. Like there's some characters out there that have a sort of persona when the camera's on them. And they act up, they just act up. But then other people, they're just themselves.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's one of them characters that's selling something.
Yeah. Selling his character.
He's selling his character? No, I think he's created a character. I don't think he's actually as wild as he's making out.
No, I reckon he looks like a bit of a family man to me.
Yeah.
On a
I reckon he's a really calm guy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Too much money to be that.
I think he's doing a lot of it for headlines and attention.
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't think he's as rich as he makes out.
You don't reckon?
No, I don't think he is. Like, I do find it funny though, some of them videos. What colour's your bikini?
Yeah,
like he's twatting somebody, like some beginner that's never fought a day in their life. He's fucking boxing their head off. Have you seen that video? He's boxing this kid, right? And he's just midway spar talking to him. And he's talking about his car or something, or his house or whatever, and it's like, oh, what colour's your Bugatti? It's like, you fucking cocky bastard.
He used to be a kickboxer, didn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? Something I didn't know. He has had a few MMA fights too.
Has he?
Yeah, not like a good professional level.
No, yeah,
like I think he did semi-pro and amateur fights and maybe 1 or 2 pro, and it wasn't too bad, you know. Like a lot of people give him stick and say, yeah, if you ever throw him in there against like a proper MMA fighter, get smashed. He probably would, but I'm gonna be honest, he's got some skills. Andrew Tate actually has got some skills. But back to what I was saying on my opinions on him, I like the thing that he's pushing, but it depends on how you look at it. A young kid looking at it who thinks everything he's saying is gospel, that's not right.
No, yeah.
But some of the messages that he's pushing, he's just trying to make young men strong. Yeah. That's all he's trying to do.
And I think this country needs that more than anything.
We do.
Yeah,
we're going weak as shit, bro.
Yeah, we are, definitely. You know, you've got young lads my age that you know, they don't work, they don't do nothing, and not to like burst anyone's bubble, because I don't work. I've currently just been laid off from a job, and you know, I was also claiming benefits. And not that it's anything wrong, but there should be a mentality where it's like, oh, you know what? Well, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go up and get a job. And
but the thing is, though, like you're still doing something with your life. Like you're chasing a little career path. If that makes sense. Even though you're not doing a quote unquote traditional job.
Yeah.
You're not going to get paid doing what you're doing. Not yet, anyway. No. But it's working towards something positive, and it's good for other people to see, and it's good for your own mental health. Yeah. It's not like you're just some bum on the couch fucking playing video games and just doing a quote unquote Frank Gallagher. You ever watch Shameless? Shameless Frank Gallagher. Yeah, that's basically what he's talking about. It's just people that take advantage of the systems, don't work, and just basically spend it all on booze and drugs.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to get out of the UK. This is a fucking shithole.
Yeah, it is a shithole.
Yeah, but anyways, so we've got them 2 fights. Yeah. Anything else lined up this year?
I have been speaking to a guy from London.
London?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name, but there is a guy from London I've been talking to, and he's on about a show abroad that he's taking his fighters to out of his gym, and he said maybe I could go, and it is a massive promotion as well.
You gonna get paid?
Yeah, I'll get paid. Yeah,
right.
Quite a bit as well. So we'll see what goes on.
You can't say anything, can you?
I can't say anything yet, no, because it's not promised. But
right. Does how your 2 fights go dictate this?
No.
No, it doesn't matter. Win, lose or draw.
No, win, lose or draw. Which not gonna happen. Both gonna be.
I see you winning both fights.
Yeah. So that's it. And just get on every show, really. Just any show, any promotions that are out there that need anyone that's, you know, around my weight or that needs someone. I'm here.
What weight do you fight at?
At the minute I'm at 65, but I'm looking to go up because maybe 70, 75. Yeah.
How much do you weigh right now?
65 on the dot.
So why go up to 70?
Because I don't like the build. I don't like the way I'm built at the minute. I'm a bit thin.
Yeah, but you're not going to go overnight. You ain't going to be 70, lad.
No.
Also, lads will be bigger. They'll cut down to that.
Yeah. I'm a bit thin at the minute, and I don't really like. Most of my mates, you know, they're in the gym and they're quite masculine, and I'll be going out with them, and I'm like.
Yeah, but you can box.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah,
you can box, mate. Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, I see a lot of these like guys out there, and they're jacked. You know, they've been fucking juiced up to fuck, and like when, but you look at them and they look scary as fuck. Yeah. But then when it actually comes down to it, it's people like me and you that are the actual dangerous ones, the ones that don't look really. Like you look at you look at me. With me, it's a bit of a tricky one though, because you see the years. Yeah, the years are a giveaway. If I didn't have the years though, you wouldn't look at me and think anything. But yeah, just fucking fight your weight, lad. Don't go up.
No, yeah.
Don't go up. It's fucking daft that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just naturally, as you go, you're only 20. You're gonna grow a bit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And fighting these lighter weight guys is probably better off for you. Yeah. At this point, anyway.
Well, in Darwin, when I fought in Darwin on Izzy's show, I think it was my 3rd fight. I fought a lad and he was absolutely massive. He was huge.
What, like hench?
Oh, what? Yeah, he looked like something out of Love Island.
Fuck off,
I'm
really.
telling you, he was.
Was I there for that
I think
one?
you were there. Yeah, he had blue shorts and blue gloves, and I can't remember his name.
You know what's really shit? I don't think any of these fights get recorded. Like they don't
No,
record them, which is really gutting.
Pictures. There's pictures, but I'll see if I can get a picture for you to put on.
Yeah.
But he was so big, and you know I ended up stopping him in the second round. So it just shows, doesn't it? Really, that size doesn't matter. So yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for the shows I've got coming up. They'll be fun.
Is there any questions for me?
Yeah, you've got a show coming up, haven't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fighting. Yeah. Fuck me, I forgot I'm fighting. I fucking forgot.
How are you feeling? How are you prepared for your fight?
Great.
Just
gonna go in there, kill him.
Yeah, well, let's like that. Another question I've got for you, Hector. Have you found out who's the mysterious Snapchat guy?
Not yet.
No.
But I will find out. I have a team working on that as we speak.
Yeah. Best thing for that is get the women on it. They're best thing to find out with socials.
To be honest with you, with that Snapchat guy, I've just thought I'm not really too arsed. Like at first, because I know it's not an actual pedophile now. Right, because that's what I was thinking. I thought it was some fucking weirdo nonce trying to lure kids in.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's somebody at the gym and they're just playing a fucking joke.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But the thing that I didn't like was the fact that they were messaging young kids.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because these young kids might not know it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're confusing them and you it's like you're luring them somewhere. It's like that's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah. That's
but now I know it's not a fucking weirdo. It's just some dickhead at the gym. I calm down a bit with it now, but at the same time, I will find out who you are. I will. And I know it's one of 4 people. I'm not going to mention them here, but I have an idea of who you are.
Well, that video you put on, I was howling. I could not. I watched.
It's a good film, that.
Yeah, it is.
It's a really good film. It's a fucking classic.
Taken. You know, I haven't watched that in a while. You know.
You know what? I've been thinking of watching it. I'm thinking about just putting it on Prime and just watching it. Liam Neeson's a sick actor. I love that guy. You can't kill Liam Neeson.
Oh wait, he might have died. I don't know.
Oh wait a minute. Hey, I swear, the only character to actually have killed Liam Neeson in a film is Darth Maul.
I don't think I've seen that film.
Not Star Wars.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think I've never. People are gonna hypocrite me for this, but I've never watched Star Wars.
You know what? That's fair. That is
I've
fair.
been to a Star Wars thing when I was younger, I don't know if intervention thing.
Well, like a Comic-Con sort of thing.
I don't know. There's loads of people there. You got to meet loads of people.
Just nerds galore.
Pretty much, yeah. They were
My teammate George Staines fucking loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
He fucking loves Star Wars. He loves Lego. He loves Star Wars. We've got quite a few nerds at Next Gen.
Yeah.
So I fit in there pretty well.
Yeah.
But now when I was a kid, I fucking loved Star Wars.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I feel like it's gone to shit though now.
Yeah.
Like Disney have ruined it. Disney are ruining a lot of stuff.
Disney ruined everything. Some
Yeah.
films I don't mind. Like good old Toy Story when I was a kid.
Yeah, but when you were a kid, we're talking about new material. Like they have to fit in some weirdo character that doesn't know what it is and identifies as something, and that the story just revolves around them. It's just, come on, stop throwing propaganda in our entertainment. Do you know what I mean? Just make some good movies. You know what I'm saying?
This thing when I was younger, it was just way out of my comfort zone. It was something that I'd never imagined I'd ever go to, and I went to it, and I actually really enjoyed it. And I was
and you still never watched Star Wars? So never watched the original films or the prequels.
I've just
anything.
never watched it.
Never watched it.
Never watched it.
It'd be hard for you to get into it now as an adult. I think it would be very hard. But I tried watching Star Wars, like an episode of Star Wars with my girlfriend once. Like I just tried. It was like, I'll see how this goes, and the opening scene opens and they start talking. I'm just like, this is a bad idea.
I'm not watching this.
I'm not watching. I'm just cringing straight away. I was just like, nah. When I was a kid, this was good, but now it's just I can't. I just can't. But yeah, things are different. Things are different when you get older.
Yeah.
And then George Staines will be watching it fucking on repeat. in his room.
Oh.
It'll never get old for George. He even watched Revenge of the Sith a few weeks ago. When it got re-released into cinemas. Yeah. George will never, ever not like Star Wars.
No. Some people don't, really. Some people absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell, he loves it.
Simon Cowell's into Star Wars?
Yeah, he gives...
Fuck off.
Yeah, they give
I didn't know that.
a few years ago an act come on and it
Well, Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Simon Cowell, fuck off.
Yeah.
I didn't know Simon Cowell's a
No,
Star Wars
was
fan.
it? An act come on and there were loads of trooper things. They were all breakdancing and he gave it golden buzzer.
Just because it was Star
Just because it was Star Wars. I know,
Well-
like, is this guy serious?
Fuck off. This probably wasn't even a good act or anything.
Turned away a belter of a singer just an act before it.
I was like, oh my god, gold over there. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Sorry, I can't. Maybe next time. You're going all the way, son!
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. And it was just like, what are you doing?
And he's like the most critical of judges.
Yeah.
Well, he used to be. What's happened? I think he's gone soft.
Yeah, he has.
Like,
gone
I
for it.
watched, I've been watching like little bits. Like, I don't really follow all that crap, to be honest.
No,
Courtney
no.
does sometimes. She'll watch like
I haven't watched it.
Britain's Got Talent or X Factor, and you'll have Simon Cowell there. And back in the day, it used to be ruthless. Like, and that was almost the reason why you'd watch it, was because he's just gonna rip
He
into
just
him.
rips into
Just
them.
says it as it is.
Yeah.
And now he's just.
Yeah.
It's like as Disney got to him too.
Yeah.
They've got to him too. Yeah, but yeah, Simon Cowell's gone soft. Like it almost makes you think, is it the same person?
No.
Oh, going into some conspiracies.
Oh
now.
yeah, I think. Do you know what? I think weird things like this as well. Like, have you ever seen Joe Biden? And there's little clips where his skin behind his neck. No, there was a clip on there.
What, like he was wearing a mask?
Like it were a mask, yeah. Like, and
What, so were you saying he's a lizard?
when he was moving his head, it was like the party, and it looked like it were a
It's
robot.
confirmed. Joe Biden isn't just he's a lizard.
Yeah, and a robot.
Lizard robot. Robot lizard.
Wow, that's a combination of some words,
Yeah.
that, isn't it?
Who can't even walk up a set of stairs.
No.
Have you seen some of them clips of Joe Biden?
Yeah,
online?
Is it one where he's walking up the jet stairs?
Yeah.
And trips and falls? So what was it called?
There's the one that was really disturbing. There's quite a few. Is him touching kids.
What?
Like, just like weirdly, like looking at kids and saying weird stuff to kids. Have you seen these clips?
No, I've not seen these ones, no.
Here's the thing though about social media now and just media in general, because of AI, you don't know what's real.
No.
Like some of these things that you see online, they might not be real.
No. Have you seen the AIs where...
He is a creepy bastard though. Joe Biden is a creepy bastard.
He looks like an alien. But have you seen the things on AI where, like, it'll be like the moon coming into the world and it's so real and you're like, whoa. Or like tsunamis hitting cities and it's...
Yeah, sometimes I watch some clips and I'll be like, at first, I saw a really convincing one the other day though. Like, it were really convincing. Sometimes you can tell, you can see like a blurriness in the lips,
Yeah.
or you can see like it goes out of focus a bit in certain areas, or if they morph together, which is a really big tell.
Yeah.
But there was one, and it was an interview that Elon Musk did. I can't remember what he said. He said something really like mad controversial, and I was just thinking, fuck, he's actually said it. And then I go through the comments, and people were saying it was AI, and I was like, and I looked at it again, and like close look, and I figured out, yeah, it was AI. But if I didn't go into the comments, because I was about to share it, like I thought, fuck, I'm gonna share this. This is a big deal. This.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said in it though, but it was really, really controversial. Like, fuck, he actually said that. But it sounded like him.
Yeah.
It looked like him actually speaking. And it was just, what the fuck? That it's so dangerous. That could
be a massive problem for people nowadays.
Politicians, it can be. It could cause conflicts across the world. That like massively.
Like
You could fuck someone's life up. You could create a video of someone doing something like a criminal act, but they haven't actually done it, and there'll be no way of proving it. Eventually, AI will get.
Jack Fail be using this excuse.
That wasn't me. Before we move on, it's Alarma Fitness. They do t-shirts, as you can see. All good training wear. They do tracksuits. They even do hats now. Anything else they do? They do bags.
Bags.
They got some bags, and they're all really stylish.
Should get some socks. Fitness socks.
Wait, do they have socks?
No, but that's just an idea.
It's not something I think of, like socks. I'll get socks. Get some shoes.
Get some shoes.
No, get a suit. Like a lot of fitness suits.
Oh god.
But yeah, no. In all seriousness, big shout out to Alan. Sponsors me, sponsors Calum, and proudly sponsors this podcast. We're going to be representing him, of course, at the shows that we're going to be doing.
Yep.
So yeah,
get yourself down there, get some gear if you're local, or even if you're not even from around here. Go get some stuff because it is top high quality stuff, especially for the price as well. Yeah, it's a bargain.
It looks smart. I've seen a few people wearing it around town.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I look at it and I'm like, no way, no way. It's like I look at it at first. I was like, is that Nike? It's like, that's not Nike.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like it's coming. But that's how most businesses start off with. They start off small, then you work with a few people, and then the word gets out, and then everyone's fucking wearing it.
Yep.
So yeah, well done, Alan. We'll keep pushing it. So, anyways, anything else you want to ask me? You've probably got a lot of questions for me.
Yeah. What got you into starting your career? What drove you to?
I got traumatically bullied.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that.
I got bullied, obviously because of my condition. Like, I've got ADHD and autism. Yeah. So I had a lot of energy when I was a kid, and it was a weird one. Imagine having loads. So this is the problem with having ADHD and autism. Okay. Imagine having loads of fucking energy. You're very impulsive. You want to just do mad stuff, but at the same time, because of the autism, you're very socially awkward. Yeah. You don't really want to go out and see people. You don't want to do things. You're just very It's a very horrible place to be. You're basically two extremes in one. Yeah. It's not really good. No. So what I was doing was I was just playing video games when I was a kid all the time. Like, just playing video games, and I'd be just eating shit food, and I wouldn't be doing anything active. But then when I was at school, kids would pick on me, and I just ended up getting in fights. Yeah. Because that was the only way I knew how to deal with it. Like, verbally, I couldn't really give any, chat back or anything. Didn't have the confidence to, so I just ended up fucking getting in a lot of fights. Got in a lot of trouble at school, and eventually, social work. Was it social work? I can't remember. There was some woman came to my mum. I don't remember if it was a woman or a guy. Someone, I can't remember. Someone. The person came to the house, and they were just looking for things that I could do, like different activities. And they had football on there. They had swimming. We tried a lot of different things. Yeah. We tried having me do swimming, which was, I mean, I can swim at least. So I got something out of it. I'd never want to be with the group. I'd always want to wander off and do my own thing. Yeah. So eventually they just said, I can't control them. So I couldn't do that. I tried doing, what do they call it, like scouts.
Like,
like you're out in the
things where you get brownie points.
Yes, that kind of crap. Yeah, I actually tried that. Yeah. I did that for like 2 days or 2 weeks or something. Didn't even last. I got kicked out of that because I was a troublemaker. What else did I do? Football. Funny story about the football. I can't play football.
No,
I can't play football.
Neither can
I. I did a match. Oh Jesus, this is bad. People are gonna rip the shit out of me for this one. So I did a match, and our team, it was very like back and forth, and every goal counted. Right. This happened in like primary school. So it's really embarrassing. This. The ball finally got to me. Right, the whole game it never got to me. The ball. So I'm thinking this is my moment, and I was right next to a net. I was like, I'm gonna do it. Fucking kicked it into the net. The whole fucking field went sick at me. Like the parents, the team. I did. I kicked it in our own goal. And I remember I remember when I did it, I had a sense of achievement. It was like, oh my god, I've actually done something. It's like I did it, and then I go over to my teammate like to a celebration, and it was like, what the fuck, Pricey? What the fuck? They fucking pushed me, and the bullying got worse after that.
Oh god.
So yeah, football, and I think I even did horse riding. I did a lot of things. Anyways, you get the picture. Yeah. So then, one of the things on the sheet that the person found was traditional jiu-jitsu. So, because I wanted to do something like combat sports, I wanted to do boxing, karate, judo, because I didn't know what MMA was back then, did I? I was a fucking kid, and MMA really weren't a thing back then. So I was like, oh, can I do some karate or some judo or something? I want to do some martial arts. I don't know why. I just had a thing for martial arts at the time. It was like a little obsession I had. I was watching some like Bruce Lee movies and Jackie Chan movies. I thought, yeah, martial arts. And they had this traditional jiu-jitsu on the list, so it was sort of like karate and judo. So I was like, all right, we'll give that a go. And it was the only thing I did where I didn't get in trouble. I didn't mess up. It was the only thing where I was like included and actually like paying attention to some degree. Don't get me wrong though, eventually like I did it for about a year, and eventually I just started hating it. Like, and my mum and dad just forced me to do it. It's like, no, you're doing this. Like you start something, you finish it. Yeah. And eventually I just started loving it. Yeah. And then I thought, I want to take this further. And I found out about MMA, and then from there I started finding other gyms to train at. Eventually found Blackman Predators, and yeah, I went on this mad journey. But the whole time I was getting bullied. I was getting ridiculed. And when I went on my MMA journey, like before my first fight, you know, when I broke my leg, bullying got worse. Like kids were actually taking the piss out of me for even like thinking I could do something with my life. Yeah. And it got worse and worse. Then I broke my leg. It actually got worse. And then in my head, I was just thinking, right, I just want to do one fight, and then that's it. I don't want to fucking ever do this again. So I broke my leg. I did this one fight. Like I built myself back up to do it, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm just gonna do this, and it's over. I did it, and that win that I got when I won in front of all them people, it was the best feeling I've ever had in my life. It was anything I've ever felt, experienced in my life, anything. Yeah. That feeling of being the guy who did it. All that hard work paid off, and then from there I got addicted, and been fighting ever since, and you know I'm probably gonna carry on fighting. Yeah, I was that kid that was always told you're never going to achieve anything, you're never going to do anything with your life, you're always going to be a failure, and that was the one thing I actually achieved something in, and I guess that's why I do it. Yeah, well, that was deep. that happens though, doesn't it?
You know, I when I was in school, I had nowhere near as much as an experience, but I had picked on and stuff, and I ended up getting kicked out of the school, and I ended up going to a different school, and I waited outside of the lad's house a couple months after, and I thought, I'm gonna get that little bastard. So I waited outside of his house, and I was still kickboxing at the time, and he's come from his way home from school. Bear in mind I finished 2 hours before him because I'm in a behaviour school, so he's come from school. What are you looking at, faggot? I thought, oh yeah, that's it. So come here. And I was fucking absolutely pacing him up and down Lucy, but yeah, that's the only really bullying experience I've ever had. But it's.
Thing is though, you stood up for yourself. When I was a kid, I struggled to. Yeah. Like it gets to a point where I'm gonna have to lash out now.
Yeah, you can't take it
anymore. But it was. I was always that loser in the class. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was always that fucking kid that get picked last on a team. I was basically the kid that was never gonna go anywhere. Yeah. And even teachers said it to me, which is really bad.
Well, look at him now.
Yeah, I know. So to be honest with you, even let's say, you know, God forbid, let's say I stop fighting. Let's say this fight I do is like my last fight. If it's not, obviously, I'm fucking going away to the UFC. That's what I'm doing. But let's say I just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm extremely proud of what I've done because I've actually achieved more than what a lot of people that are more capable than me would ever have achieved. And even my old coach Rob said it to me after my last fight. He said, "Chris, you've probably overachieved what a lot of people and even yourself expected." So yeah, I'll just go with that.
Yeah. Another question I had for you was, I know you've got Mrs. Courtney, haven't you?
Aye.
How do you find it like? So for me myself, I don't really have much support at home. So the only support I really have is my missus and her family.
Yeah.
So she plays a massive role
Right.
in everything for me. So how do you feel like, does Courtney support you in the way of fighting?
It gives me a lot of motivation, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where I was in a past relationship, and it's a bit awkward bringing this up because now I've got Courtney, but I was in a past relationship and I didn't really... I was obviously still training, I was still fighting, I was competing, but I didn't really have this motivation. There was like a motivation I didn't have. Like I didn't feel like I had a purpose. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I'm doing this for the sake of it almost. And then that relationship ended, and then I felt lost. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when I was single, I felt lost.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was existing for the sake of it. It sounds really deep, but that's what I felt like. I had no direction whatsoever. But then I met Courtney, and crazy thing is, ever since I met Courtney, my life's actually got a lot better.
Yeah.
Like a lot better. Like I feel like in a lot of ways, being with Courtney's made me realise that I want to have a family. I want to have my own house. I want to have my own place. I want to have kids. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to grow up.
Yeah.
And my motivation to do well in the sport that I do and to do well in my life is through her and through what we can have, if that makes sense. So
well, that's why I mentioned it, because it's like you don't. It's like, so in some senses, like you said, it's a selfish sport and you do it for yourself. And then when someone comes along, it's like, oh, you're not just doing it for you anymore, you're doing it to build something.
So when I say it's a selfish sport, that's a complicated. It's complicated, that. So I'm doing this not only for me. I am doing it for me. Don't get me wrong.
Course,
I'm a selfish prick. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this for my future.
Yeah.
Which will be Courtney's future.
Yeah.
Which will be my kids' future when I have kids. I'm also doing it to represent all them young kids that have gone through the same things that I've gone through. All them young autistic kids and kids with ADHD. I'm doing this to inspire people. I'm doing this to make my mum and dad proud, so they know that, you know, their son actually did something with their life and they actually strive to be something great.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing this to make everybody that actually believes in me proud, to be honest. But the biggest thing is I want my family to have everything I never had. I want my family to have everything that... And I'm not saying I've had a bad life. I had a great life. I had a very supportive family. But I want the next generation of my family, so my family that I have and the family after that, I want them
even better.
I want them to get really looked after. I want them to be able to travel the world. I want them to be able to have incredible experiences and meet incredible people.
Yeah.
I don't want them to just, you know, live in Blackburn and Blackburn be the be all and end all of their life. I want them to have an incredible life.
Yeah, that is it.
And this is the way, I think, for me.
Yeah. Like you said, I tried so many other things as well. I tried football. Shit, football.
Hey, bro, it could be worse. You could have.
I mean, I could have scored in my own goal. I don't know. So there's football. Tried football. Not good at football. There was one thing I was good at, but I wouldn't do it like as a thing. Like, it was badminton, actually.
Badminton.
Badminton.
That's wild. That's such a wild card.
So good at badminton. I could kick anyone's ass at badminton.
I guess it's just because you're good at hitting things.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, badminton, I was just so good at it. I never understood why. I thought, I'm good at this, but I can't do this.
Do you know what it'll be? It'll be a lot of your skills for boxing will transfer into badminton. The footwork's actually very similar.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it is actually.
You're in a stance, you've got to turn,
Yeah.
you've got to get a timing for something that's coming towards you. You've got to turn in different angles. It's similar in a lot of ways. You're just not getting concussion and it's not as cool.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that's it really for me.
You ever do basketball?
No.
I was on the basketball team.
No, but there were...
That was something I was okay at.
Never
basketball.
really thought about basketball. I played it in school and stuff. I was also really good at dodgeball as well. Dodgeball were a good thing for me. I would always be the last one standing on the team.
You ever seen the film?
No, I've never seen the film.
You've never seen dodgeball, so you used to be sick at dodgeball and you never watched dodgeball.
I didn't even know there was a film.
You never watched dodgeball?
No.
You do yourself a favour and watch dodgeball.
I'll watch
it's
that
fucking
tonight
it's
when I go home.
hilarious, but it's fucking well done.
But yeah, that's it really.
Right, before we end this, do you have any conspiracy theories? Not Joe Biden being a fucking lizard, like something like a really deep one.
Yeah. So this is one for me. I think when you die, right? So this is this is a bit deep, right? So have you ever seen them spiritual people that do like you'll go into a medium room and they'll pick certain people out? Have you ever? Do you know what I'm on about? So they'll say,
Go on, tell me.
Like, so there'll be a guy and you'll be sat in a room and he'll come over to you and you'll be like, this person, I'm getting this person or this energy, I feel it.
Oh, right. I think all that's bollocks.
Yeah, well, them kind of people, yeah, they go on like, they see all these mad things and they see this shit. But
Yeah.
I think it's all bullshit. Because
Obviously.
I think when you die, yeah, scientifically, and science to me is a massive thing because science proves more than, like...
You gotta be careful what you say now.
Yeah. So
science is proof. Religion is not even an opinion, it's a belief. A belief or an opinion.
So,
and we don't know, like, if you go so far back, things changed in translation. But science is fact. I get what you're saying.
Well, science is like, for me, science is like a massive thing because, like I said, it's proof. And I believe when you die, maybe, I do believe your spirit will leave your I think this is just a shell.
Okay.
So, to me...
Okay, I agree with that to a point. Yeah, I like
just
that.
a shell, so your spirit will leave your body, and I feel like they say you go into the clouds and you go wherever you go. That isn't something I believe in, but I believe you go into space and your spirit turns into a star.
Oh, that's cute.
So many stars.
That's cute. That.
No, that's what I believe in.
Okay, I like that.
Because there's so many stars.
You know what? You know what?
Think over billions of years of how many people.
And also, the universe does keep expanding.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what?
Just think
You might be
about
onto something with that.
That's
I like
mental,
that.
Innit?
I do like that. I like that one.
But I say this, and then every time before I fight, I will go into the toilet and I will pray.
Everyone is a non-believer
Yeah.
until you have to have something to believe in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you mine on death. Okay, it's very sad mine.
Not cute like that.
It's not cute like that. So, when you die, this is what I believe, by the way. Okay, I might be wrong. You might be wrong. We don't know. No one knows. I believe there's no heaven and hell.
No.
Definitely not. What I believe when they talk about heaven and hell, I believe that it's about the heaven and hell that you make for yourself and the people around you. If that makes sense. So if you're a bad person, bad things are going to happen to you. Therefore, you're creating a hell in your own reality. Heaven, if you're a good person, good things are going to happen to you and the people around you. So it's just your energy, basically.
Yeah.
Positive energy versus negative energy in the life that you have and the memories that you leave behind. Okay, so that's heaven and hell.
It's like
theory.
green and red, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's my theory on heaven and hell. Now, my theory on the afterlife, okay? When someone dies, there is brain activity still.
For 7 minutes.
Something like that. And brain activity is very high moments after death, like something really extreme happens. That's the DMT effect. You probably know about this, you've looked into it. So basically, when you die, you have a massive trip before you fully pass on. When people say they've had near-death experiences and they've seen things, oh, I saw heaven, I saw this. It's all hallucinations from a DMT trip.
They're just tripping the fuck out.
They're just tripping the fuck out there. Because DMT is naturally in you when you die. Like, you're going to have them effects.
Yeah.
So you're basically hallucinating. My theory is that's the afterlife. After that, constant sleep. It's very sad.
Good night.
You're done. But you won't even know. And here's the thing,
No.
right? And here's the thing. Is death that bad?
No.
Because we've already died, bro.
Yeah.
Think
That's what I
about
mean.
it. Think about it. We weren't here fucking, 21 years ago you weren't here. Do you know what I'm saying? But
That's crazy when you say
yeah,
that.
but you think about it though, like 21 years ago you weren't here. But you wouldn't have known that you weren't here and you wouldn't have cared or anything. It's just you just weren't here. Do you know what I mean?
So
And
then
that wasn't that bad, was it?
Wow,
Not
you
being
say that.
non-existent wasn't that bad, was it?
Well, I don't know. It's one year.
So that's one way of explaining life and death to people. Yeah, I just think it's over after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do believe you'll have a really, really good trip before you pass on. Honestly, you will.
He can't wait for the trip. He's just thinking about the trip.
I mean, you can get a fucking DMT trip just whilst you're alive, can't you? Nowadays, you can find some. But yeah, that's my theory on life and death, and I just feel like you've got to make the most of what you have.
Yeah, of course. Because once you die, you're not taking your brand new Ferrari with you and your designer clothes. It's you and your skin and your everything else, whatever's there, and that's it.
Yeah, and the memories you leave behind.
Yeah.
Like that's the big one for me, and that's
Yeah.
why I do the sport that I do, and that's why I try to leave my impression on the world. Because once I die, it's over. You know what I mean? Might as well leave some memories for people to remember me. But tens of thousands of years from now, I'm nothing. You know what I mean? No one's gonna think about me. Muhammad Ali and all these greats, people are gonna forget about them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just make the most of it while you're here, man.
Yeah.
And on that note, peace out, guys. We'll see you. I say next week, but fuck me, it's fucking every few months now. We do a fucking podcast. We'll see you next time on Bonkers and Beyond. Thank you, Calum Wilson.
Nice one.
Peace.